Hello, hello. I'm hoping to do this really quickly. I have been so busy at work. It really ramped up and I'm so upset because I really wanted to get this collection out before Valentine's Day. Felt like this was the perfect collection to combine Valentine's Day into St. Patrick's Day because we have the beautiful colors from Harley Quinn and then the greens, these beautiful green colors from Poison Ivy. This also is a really cute, I guess you could say kind of sapphic collection because canonically Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy are dating right now, I believe in the comic books still. So I thought this was such a great, kind of bridge to end our Valentine's Day colors and go into our greens and golds for March, our greens and golds for St. Patrick's Day. These are all the pieces that I have collected for this collection. These are also all the pieces I could find within my own collection. And I remember this came out, I think maybe 2 years ago now, and it came out pretty much without a peep. Like, no one talked about it, no one really mentioned it. I honestly don't even remember how I found this. I think I was looking for something else, and then happened upon this collection on the Makeup Revolution website. Nobody talked about this, and then I started looking at reviews, and some people reviewed it, but I think mostly because they were gifted this collection, not necessarily because they bought it. I actually bought it. I did wait a little bit, I think, to see if it would go on sale, and it did going up on sale, and these are the pieces that I bought. I think, save a couple pieces, I pretty much got a good amount of the collection. Like, I know there's also another packet of, I think there were eyeliners. It was like a green eyeliner and maybe like a black eyeliner or something, and it had both Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy on it, but I decided not to get that because I don't use eyeliners very often. And I have enough eyeliners. So as much as I loved it, I thought I would just leave that one, and that's the first one that comes up to my head. I'm sure there's might be other pieces I missed from this, but these are the current pieces that I have and what I've been trying to use for the past 2 weeks. So let's get on it. This is going to be a little bit more of a show and tell because, like I said, this collection came out about 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago at this point, and it's not being sold anymore. So if you find this collection, it's most likely you're going to find it like at a Marshall's or a Ross or something, and it's going to be items that are left over. So I'm going to start off really quickly just sharing these other items first. Editing Heather here. While I was putting my stuff away, I realized there were more items I had bought from this collection that I forgot to pull out. Here is a Harley Quinn face sponge in its packaging. I haven't taken it out yet. So freaking cute. I forgot about this. But also, one other item I forgot was that there was a bag that came with this collection. This is actually where I've had this makeup collection in. And it's double-sided, so there's one side that has Harley Quinn on it. There's another side that has Poison Ivy on it. It's split right down the middle. It has a zipper, and it's right down the middle. It's a really cute, plastic vinyl kind of makeup bag. Super cute. First of all, this is my second set of these Poison Ivy makeup brushes. I have a set that I actually use. This is my unopened set, just because I opened that first set and I really did like the brushes. The brushes on this are really nice. They're really soft, very comfortable. If you see this somewhere, this is a definite A+. It has some good eye brushes in there. I have a lot more eye brushes than I do any face brushes. I'd rather have more eye brushes than face brushes. So you have this one that's more to blend. This one's a bit more for shimmers. You have this one that's a little bit more of like a paintbrush, and then this thinner one that will be for your liquid graphic liners. But this is cute packaging. I like the packaging in there. Look how beautiful she looks. She looks so awesome. This is cute. I love this. Another item I want to talk about is this. I still haven't been able to fully use it, I think. No, I did. I used every shade in here. First of all, the outside of this, I fucking love it. I love OG Harley Quinn with the red and black cat suit. I think Poison Ivy over here looks equally as beautiful. I am a OG Harley Quinn fan. I've been a Harley Quinn fan, I think, since well, I've known about Harley Quinn since I was a kid, because Harley Quinn started in the Batman animated series, and I believe her character's been around since 1993, which is the year I was born. So her character has existed as long as I've been born, and I've always liked her, but I really became a huge fan when I was in high school, because I would play the Lego Batman game with my little brother, and she was my favorite character to play. And at that time, in the 2000s, she was just known as the Joker's girlfriend. Nobody knew who she was. Nobody knew her name. Like, she didn't really have a lot of character to people who did not know her. but she was my favorite character, and this was obviously in a time where everything to do with Harley Quinn had to be handmade. You had to make your own costumes, your own makeup. There were no real toys or like Harley Quinn items. There were no backpacks or shorts or like flip-flops. Like there's so much stuff now. You can go to Spirit and get a Harley Quinn costume. This was not the case in the 2000s. This is recent. So like, I'm just trying to pour my heart out and tell you like how much I love Harley Quinn, because this is really, I think this is a really good collection. So with this we have the graphic artist palette, and they're basically, they're for it's graphic liner, like those, it looks like paint. And I thought this was alright. I think it did okay for what it is. I don't remember how much I paid. Like always, my receipts are always down below. We have a light blue, a pink, a black. We have this pale green, because the color does change once you actually use it. And all I did was use water. I just used water and a brush like this one that they have in here, this thin brush. And you just need to dip it in a little bit of water and dip it into here, and it's literally just like using watercolor. This red is more like an orange red versus like a bright red or a dark red. So that's the only one that kind of confused me a little bit, but I didn't experience anything weird with these. I don't really use graphic liners, so I was a little bit scared to use them, but I did use them as eyeliner. I did do like little designs, hearts, you know, something simple, hearts and flowers around my eyes, and I thought it was cute. It's really sweet. I'm keeping it. If you're into the graphic liners, this is a good addition. This one I was a little bummed out about. So I did do a short recently, and I actually was using this. So I did not know, but this is called the DC Revolution Chrome Eyeshadow A New Leaf. And you can see in there, like there's the product. So I thought this was just a liquid shadow. I didn't really think too much out of it. And then right as I'm about to use it, I realized this is a two-parter. So we'll do some swatches, because this comes off. And you're gonna find that there's, like, I think this is supposed to be like a, was it a creamy eyeshadow kind of situation, and I was trying to use it as eyeliner and it just did not work. It just did not. And you're not getting a lot of product. This is all the product you're getting, and it comes out. Like, I don't know if this is just old or if it was just never placed properly, but it's pretty much all you're getting. And on my hand, like this, and you got, I don't want to say you gotta press hard, but like it's pretty. It's a pretty color. But it just would not show up, not only not on my eye, but I couldn't use it as eyeliner. So I feel like you have to have a harder hand to press it to be able to see it. So I think on your face it'll grow great, but maybe not around the eye. So that is that end. And then on this other end, we can open this again. And I used this yesterday for a look. I have a short wearing this liquid eyeshadow. I applied it directly on my eye. I have to be honest, I don't know if this has perhaps some alcohol in the formula, because it did burn my eyelids a little bit, but then once it dried down, I didn't feel it anymore. So that made me feel like this probably has some sort of acetone base to it as well. And I could, you know, as long as it wasn't burning the whole time, which it wasn't, I was fine. But there is like this slightly like cooling burn. So I think there might be alcohol in this formula. Watch out, beware. But I did apply it on my eyes, and once it dried down, I was fine. But while it's drying, you're gonna get this little bit of a spicy eye, perhaps. So, but, beware, be careful of that. Even with that being said, if you can find this for really cheap, like $1 or $2, maybe even $3, I think this would be fine. Like, I think that's, a pretty good price for something like this. Next, we have this little lip duo set. It's the lip liner. It's a lip kit. It just says lip liner lipstick. It's, what's it called? Dangerous Red is what we have on the top there. And there is Harley again. Freaking cute. Of course, like I said earlier, I'm opening this up as a fan because I really do love Harley Quinn. So you have a lip liner and a lipstick. And I did wear it and I found it to be comfortable. I really like how it felt. It felt good, nice black. I was more surprised by the lipstick because I wasn't expecting it to look like that. This kind of looks like eyeliner or like a mascara. I think maybe they could have done a better job making it look like a lipstick. But this is a lipstick. and it is like a shimmery, and you can see that I applied it there over the black. It's like a shimmery red magenta kind of color. I was really surprised. Oh, that is so cool. It has like this silvery kind of reflect, silver and light pink, I think, kind of shimmer in there. It is so pretty. I was so surprised by this. This is another one. If you see it, you're into these colors, grab it. I really like this one. This is another good one. I don't think there's anything in this collection I really, really hated. This might have been the most disappointing piece, but every other piece, like, it was, you know, your pretty good standard color stuff. Let's start with these next two, which, by the way, the packaging on this, freaking amazing. I love it. I love this kind of comic book style on the packaging. So freaking cool. And I actually have a big blanket of Harley Quinn like this. It's actually the one, girl, I have her, this wasn't even planned. I have a Harley Quinn blanket on my lap right now because I used to collect Harley Quinn items until I realized, hey, I should stop collecting decorations because it's creating a lot of clutter, and I had to, not declutter a lot of it, but I had so much stuff and I needed to stop collecting. So as you can see, huge fan. This over here is literally this as a blanket. I got this, I think over a decade ago, I think back in 2013 is since I've had this. I love Harley Quinn. I have like a Harley Quinn bank up there. I have a Harley Quinn, my brother one year brought me a Harley Quinn Barbie. Someone had taken a Barbie and recreated her to look like Harley Quinn. And again, this is back in like, at this point, I think it might have been like 2017 is when I got that doll. It was a while ago, but you also get the newer Harley Quinn from the current comics. Very Crevolicious. I love it. I think it's so cool. And this one just says palette. It's the Harley Quinn palette. I don't think there's an actual official name on this, but you can see up here, there's a sticker with the color story, and you'll also find the color story on the back. Same thing over here with Poison Ivy's palette. She hasn't really had, I guess they didn't really use any for her revamped looks, because this is all OG Poison Ivy, and you'll see her color story here, the ingredients all on the back, and then the color story over here as well. So those are the boxes, and the boxes pretty much show you exactly what's inside. You see these two here. I guess let's start with Harley Quinn's first. Long story short, it's good. It's a fine formula. It's a reliable formula. It's a pretty good standard formula. It's not the worst. It's not the best. And that's what I like about Makeup Revolution. You know what you're going to get, and you know you're going to get at an affordable price, and you're not really expecting too much from it. I did a really, let's see, with this one, you're going to get a little bit more, even though the packaging is red and black. First of all, there's a mirror in here in the shape of a diamond. So cool. Here's Harley, and here's our color story. It's a lot more pink than I think you may think it is. The color story in here is definitely very pink, which is again why I wanted to bring it out for the last palette for my Valentine's Day block. If we turn it around, you know, I think first of all, there's little diamond shapes in there. So freaking cute. But yeah, I mean, in here you're going to get what you expect. There's nothing in here I hated. I really pretty much liked it all. I think it was a good kind of simple look. Let's see. Maybe this pink over here. Like just a really cute, simple pink. I don't want to dig too hard into that pink, but this is the lightest of the pink in here. There you go. This goes so well with here. I really like the shimmers in here. I like the shimmer formula for Makeup Revolution. This one's probably the lighter sparkly one. So you have something that's not too crazy. And then we have the pink, that bright heart pink. Like, look at this. Super Valentine's Day look. I think if you're looking for the palette that's a little bit more subtle, a bit more neutral, it's going to be the Harley Quinn palette. If you find it, if you can find it, if you want to purchase it. This is the more subtle look palette. You're going to get a palette that has more pinks in it. This is a really cute little Valentine's palette. So we're going to put that away. And then here is Poison Ivy's, and Poison's Ivy's, as you can imagine, has green and orange, which by the way as well, I didn't realize it, her mirror is a poison, like a little leaf. So freaking cute, poison ivy leaf. And there she is sitting down. And here is the color story. What a beautiful color story. I think so many of you are going to like this color story. And this is the more kind of kabam, in your face, very colorful and bright color story versus Harley Quinn's color story, which is very pink. Poison Ivy's is very orange and green. But you can still do a little bit more of a neutral look with this, but let's take, you know, these brighter kind of shades and swatch those. And again, nothing wrong, which, by the way, little poison ivy, get it? Ha! We have a little poison, a little potion, and a little leaf. And then maybe we'll do perhaps this green over here. Very green, very orange. You know what you're getting. Like I hope you can see in this formula. You're getting a decent formula for the price. It's not killer, but it's not, you know, awful. You can see the color for sure. And I thought all of these are really pretty and easy to work with. There is the Poison Ivy shades, pretty. Yeah, this is cute. If you want a more colorful, brighter, in-your-face palette, here's this one. Now, there's still one more left. And it was this really big one that kind of reminds me of the, oh, what was her name? There was some YouTuber who collabed with Beauty Bay. Oh, and I can't remember her name. Nikki Tutorials. Nikki Tutorials did a collab with Beauty Bay, and she did this palette where it opens in the middle and you can open each side of the flap. That's this vibe. It's also kind of giving, I think Profusion had a palette for the Wednesday show where half of it was Enid and half of it was Wednesday. And so one side was pink and one side was like more darker purples and blacks and stuff. Kind of same vibe, kind of the same idea. We have this side will be Poison Ivy, this side will be Harley Quinn. If you zoom in on there, you can see the color story on the sticker. On the back, you're going to find another picture of what it looks like inside and all the ingredients up on the back to see what colors are safe and which ones are not. And here is the actual palette. The palette looks like exactly like it does in the inside. And in here we have a more kind of updated Harley Quinn, not the original Harley Quinn. And we have Poison Ivy on the other side. And it's a similar-ish color story. So there is mirrors on both sides. We're going to do it like this. So we can see we have Harley Quinn's side over here, and we have Poison Ivy's side over here. I'm going to try and bring it up a little closer, but we can see here Harley Quinn's side is now a lot more blue and pink, which I think is her colors when she's in Suicide Squad. Those are the colors that they've assigned to her per the films. And then again on Poison Ivy's we have a little bit more greens and browns with a pop of red. So on Harley Quinn's side, I really loved these blues that they gave her. Super freaking pretty. Camera died, of course, but we're back. I'm going to swatch all these kind of bluish kind of shades. Even this kind of purpley gray that we have over here. I really liked these blue shades that they added to Harley Quinn. So we have this one. That one's a little bit more of a topper. I don't know if you were going to be able to see it. This is one of the lighter shades, if not the lightest shade in the palette. It's almost a little more like a highlight. It's a white base with this kind of pinky purple kind of color. It is very, very light. So that is one of the lighter shades. But we have this beautiful blue. A very frosty blue. We have this blue, which is a more intense blue. Look at that blue. And then we have this kind of metallic kind of purple that I think is so pretty. Those are so pretty. I love those. I really loved the blue look that I created with the Harley Quinn side. So we're going to close her up. Let's try some shades from over here. Maybe let's try a little bit more of a neutral look now for... So that was the crazy blues from Harley Quinn. Let's try some more neutral shades from the Poison Ivy side. Let's see. This brown is so pretty. Let's do a gold. Okay, let's do this brown over here. And again, so Harley's has her diamonds, and then we have here the little poison bottle with the leaf for poison ivy. Okay, we have some more neutral tones over here. Oh, look at this shade. Looks so delicious. Oh, look how that applied. That's one of the better ones. We have a gold. A little bit more of a translucent gold, not very crazy gold. Let's get a little bit more. There we go. It's a little bit better. It's a gold, but not super intense. You have a brown. And then we have this kind of peachy, this peachy shade. It's very light. Not the best swatch, sorry. You can see there all those colors. I think overall this is a really great collection. I had a lot of fun time with it. I'm really happy to use it. I'm happy this is my kind of transition from Valentine's Day into St. Patrick's Day. I think these are all so pretty. I don't know if you're gonna find any of these anymore, because again, they're not selling it on the Makeup Revolution website anymore. But I feel like if you're lucky, you can probably still find some of these pieces at, like, you know, a TJ Maxx or a Ross or something. Because I really like this collection. It's a pity that more fans weren't told about this collection. I don't know if they just assumed that maybe Harley Quinn didn't have a fan base. But I really like this collection. I think it's really pretty. If you see it, I absolutely recommend that you try it and pick it up. I think it's really fun and colorful. But at the same time, there's a lot of good neutral looks that come out of this collection as well. This is such a beautiful collection for me. But let's move on. It's time to move on to our St. Patrick's Day and March palettes. What do y'all prefer, greens or golds? Let me know down below. Other than that, you'll have a great day.